Is Warner Robins, Georgia the right place to be able to buy and sell here in 2025? Well, in this video, you're going to know exactly that because every single year I make a new update to this video to make sure that you're confident when buying, selling, investing, relocating here in the local area. And honestly, real estate changes every single week here in the local area. So you're going to know if you're a seller, if you can sell for top dollar. If you're a buyer, what type of deal are you going to be able to get when you buy a home? If you're an investor, is that property going to get me cash flow or will it not? And relocation buyers, just like me, when I relocated over here, is it even a good decision to buy or should I just rent? This video is going to answer all of those questions for you. And what if I told you that the decisions that you make about real estate here in Warner Robins in 2025 could dramatically impact your financial future, either building lasting wealth or leaving you permanently behind? Well, over the next few minutes, I'm going to be pulling back the curtain on exactly what's happening right now in Warner Robins, where home prices are heading, and the hidden opportunities only savvy buyers and sellers will recognize. By the end of this video, you'll have the essential insights to confidently navigate this market, capitalize on emerging opportunities, and avoid the regret of being left out. Let's dive in. Now, the median sales price is actually at $236,000. Now, that's up 7.5% from last year. Now, you're probably asking me like, Luke, how does that make any sense? That number's lower than the median list price. Well, guess what? When a person puts a home on the market and there's no proper marketing, I'm talking professional photography, professional video, you're running specific types of ads to fill people in the door within the first 14 days to make a great offer, yes, you're not going to sell your home for list price. And anyway, where do you even start with list price? Well, a home is actually worth two things, in my opinion: what a buyer is willing to pay and what a bank is willing to loan. And when you don't do a proper appraisal prior to listing a home, you don't even know what an appraiser is going to say. How can you properly market that home to the public to make sure that you can get top dollar for it, right? We struggle in our area. But on the flip side, homes are actually turning pretty quickly. We're actually selling homes here in the local area on about 20 days on market. Now, that's down from 36 days on market. So homes are actually going pretty quickly. However, even though the average days on market is down from 36 to 20, we still see a 46.6% under list price closing. What I mean by that is 46.6% of homes that go on the market sell for less than what the seller's asking here in Warner Robins. So buyers, room for negotiation here in 2025. So at the end of the day, what does this mean to you? Right now, the market in Warner Robins is moving fast, which means quick decisions are essential. Sellers, this is your chance to sell quickly and to capitalize on increased values. But buyers, even though competition is fierce, there's still room to negotiate if you're strategic. The bottom line is acting promptly and with the right approach can put you in a strong financial position. So whether or not you're a buyer, whether or not you're a seller, if you go from it from a strategic standpoint, sellers can sell for top dollar in a short amount of time, and buyers can still break the legs off of sellers that don't know how to properly market their house. Now, let me pull up some data points for you because we're going to talk about home prices by property size. I want to let you know something. And when you're a buyer, I don't know who you are. Okay. You should text me 478-888-7808. I can help you with any of your real estate needs. Serious. But whether or not you're looking for a 1-bedroom home or a 5+ bedroom home, prices are completely different. And here they are. The average 1-bedroom home is $175,000, and that's up 37.3% from last year, seeing that the demand is there for 1-bedroom. 2-bedroom, $137,400, which makes absolutely no sense because you'd think that a 1-bedroom would be less than a 2-bedroom, not in our local area because 1-bedrooms are so far and few in between to find. Next, the 3-bedroom home on average is $211,100. We're up 5.8%. That is something special for investors because if you're investing here in the local Middle Georgia market, especially Warner Robins with Robins Air Force Base being right there, let's say this, right? And if you're a buyer, think about this. You do not have to live in that home forever, and you do not have to sell that home before you buy your next. Even if you're in the military, you can use your VA home loan every 2 years if you use it strategically. If you need help or want more information on that, again, shoot me a text message, 478-888-7808. I got your back. I'm a veteran. Use my VA home loan. I got your back for life. But let's say that you move here and you're going to move in the future, right? Usually people do. So whether or not you're in the military and you don't know if you want to stay here long term or you're moving here for a work opportunity, the 3 to 4 bedrooms is a special spot because when you go and you move, you make money on the buy, you make money on the sell, you make money on the cash flow from month to month when it comes down to rent. If you want to renovate that that house, you can make money in equity. There's so many different ways to be able to make money in investing. So think about this as a long-term play. If you're buying a home in Warner Robins, Georgia, 3 to 4 bedroom, right? 3 bedroom went up 5.8% since last year, and 4 bedrooms went up 8% since last year. That's a phenomenal return on investment, your ROI, when it comes down to an actual home. Now, 4 bedrooms on average are $299,200, which is a big jump, and it may not make sense for cash flow unless you're paying for the home cash, right? The Burr method: buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat, right? You're pulling that equity back out of the home so you can buy it on the next. It really doesn't make sense to be able to buy a 4 bedroom unless you can find a great deal. But again, just want to plant little seeds. If you ever need any help with that, I got your back. But here's the big kahuna, okay? 5+ bedroom homes here in the Middle Georgia area, specifically Warner Robins, is $412,500, and it's up 16.4%. Home prices are skyrocketing here in the area, and our population only continues to grow, meaning that home prices will only continue to go up. And if you put your little tinfoil hat on and you think the housing market is going to crash, let me apologize to you and say that you're wrong, because you are. Look at the data, look at the statistics. We do not have enough homes for the market to crash. We have high demand. It might crash somewhere else, but the cool thing is about Warner Robins, Georgia, is we have some of the best jobs in the country, and they only continue to go up. And what I mean by going up is the opportunities. Yes, we went through a scare when it came down to government work with Elon going in there and busting heads with his knuckles, whatever you want to call it. But we're back in business, okay? The job opportunities over here are insane, and home prices, 5+ bedrooms, went up 16.4% just last year. And what all of this means for you is understanding these price variations is absolutely crucial when you're buying or selling a home. Because if you're considering specifically buying a house, you'll want to target property sizes with the strongest appreciation potential, which is up on the screen, like the significant rise in these two ones that I just talked about, right? The 5+ bed or the 1 bedroom homes. And for sellers, pricing your home strategically according to its size and recent trends could attract stronger offers and faster sales. This data empowers you to make smarter, more profitable decisions at the end of the day. Now, let's talk about market conditions and inventory that we have over here in Warner Robins. As of right now in Warner Robins today, we have 509 active listings on the market, and that's actually up by 21.2% since March, which you think is absolutely crazy. However, if you think about it, the early spring months, right? March, April, May, and even going into June is hot, spicy hot. You just went to an Indian restaurant and you're as white as me, okay? It is hot in the early spring. And the reason why it's so hot in the early spring is because people are moving and they don't really care because their kids are out of school. It's leading up to the months where kids are graduating, they're getting out of school, and this is a time where the majority of families move. So really, if you were to ask me, Luke, when's the absolute best time to buy or sell? Really, the best time, in my opinion, to sell is right now. And when it comes down to buying, it all depends on the specific home, because the home, was it properly marketed? Is the price really good? Is it not over asking? How many showings are they getting? Are they doing the correct work when it comes down to selling the home, right? In general. If it is for a buyer, you're really backed up against the wall. But if we can strategically find a home that was maybe overpriced, it's been sitting on the market for too long, or you have different connections when it comes down to for sale by owner listings like I do, it really sets you up for success. But what I've seen the entire year is it's pretty balanced. I don't think it's a seller's market. I don't think it's a buyer's market. I think that when it comes down to it, a lot of sellers are still living in the, I don't even know if YouTube's allowed, like the years in the past, and they overprice their house and it's sitting and they're getting less than what the actual house is worth when they could be getting more if they properly marketed it. Whether you're a seller, if you properly market your home, you're going to be good to go, in my opinion. If you're a buyer, have somebody that can help you navigate the market and just break the legs off of someone that doesn't know how to properly market a house, sitting on the market, and they're just more emotional rather than logic when going through the process, you are in a fantastic spot. With this being a balanced market, it's rare and it's valuable, and it means neither buyers nor sellers have a significant advantage right now. Buyers, increased inventory means more choices. Sellers, the increasing sales activity ensures there's steady demand for your home. So whether buying or selling, now's an optimal time for fair negotiations and favorable outcomes, just like I was saying. Now, what about the economic strength of our local area and, let's be honest, the community? Because when you move somewhere, community is extremely important, and is it growing? In my opinion, it really comes down to Robins Air Force Base, because over here at Robins Air Force Base, they employ over 23,000 locals, and their payroll exceeds $1 billion with a B, $1 billion in payroll. And another secret little industry that not a lot of people know about is actually jack links. Yes, I'm talking about the good beef jerky, okay? They are paying extremely well. I actually have friends that are moving from certain places in the local area. I'm not gonna say their names because I'm not trying to throw them under the bus as they transition and go into interviews and stuff like that. Over at jack links, they're paying more money. There's better career growth opportunities. And the cool thing is this industry continues to come to Warner Robins, Georgia. More and more opportunities for better pay, better benefits, better quality of life will continue to grow here. With all of that economic growth, it continues to grow real estate. Now, if you have been investing in real estate here in the local Middle Georgia area for the previous years, you are stacking fat amounts of cash, okay? Lack of a better term, but it's the truth. Equity in homes continues to skyrocket. Quality tenants are in the local area. If you're buying and selling, it still gives you an opportunity to be able to grow your net worth through the leverage of equity, so that when you leave, you can either rent it out or you can sell it, pocket that equity, leverage it towards your next down payment for your dream home. So there's some really good opportunities over here because of economic growth and because of the community and the culture here. Now, what most people are probably waiting for is, what does the predictions look like from now, 2025, to let's say 2030? And we're seeing about an 8.8% appreciation. Now, I'm gonna throw this out there. I think it may be more. I was talking with some investors up in Atlanta not too long ago. And when I say investors, I mean over $100 million net worth. They buy up property, including a lot of commercial property. And they believe that Warner Robins, Georgia in the next 10 years is going to 4x in population. You see an insane amount of apartment complexes being built, an insane amount of commercial being built. We're getting stores, we're getting more entertainment and more activities, and more things are going up by the day. So I actually think that appreciation is going to go up even higher just due to supply and demand. And what this means for you is Warner Robins, it's stable and it's growing in its economy, and it's great news for your real estate investment. So strong job growth and community expansion means that home values will likely remain resilient. So whether you're planning to live here long-term, invest, or sell later, you're backed by a community whose economy is anchored in stability and consistent growth. So what does this actually mean for you? Looking forward, buying in Warner Robins is a solid move for your financial future. With steady appreciation projected over the next 5 years, property values are positioned to rise. And for investors and homeowners alike, this means purchasing now could lead to substantial equity gains. The decision to enter or expand your presence in this market could pay dividends well into the future. In navigating the real estate market, it can be stressful, but it doesn't need to be. I help people buy, sell, invest, and relocate here to the Middle Georgia area every single week, just like you. And what they do is they shoot me a text message at 478-888-7808, and myself and my team will be able to help serve you at the highest level. We strategically invest a lot of time and money in getting great deals for buyers and having the best marketing plan on planet Earth here in the Middle Georgia area. Am I biased? Maybe. But do we get results? Absolutely. And if you want to see what a home looks like here in our local area, go check out this next video. And also, if you would like to reach out to us, just shoot us a text message, or our information is in the description below. Thanks for watching.